Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome into SFA Season 14 Week 2 Watch Party. And we got a kind of a surprising matchup for you today. We have Texas Tech taking on North Texas. So this is the first time, I think, in the NCAA 14 era that we've seen a full game of Texas Tech. This is a team that won the national championship in Season 2, and they have just been abysmal since. So they're going to go on the road in the non-conference, take on North Texas, a team that took down Kentucky last week. So as always, we're going to go through all the rosters first, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the game. But the road team is Texas Tech. This is Coach Pizza Time's team, a new user. And he's led by Josh Concepcion. He's a redshirt junior, decent speed, decent awareness. He took over for the SFA player Tamir Lovelace, who transferred over to UTEP a couple of years ago. And at running back, Daryl Howmiller. Man, Texas Tech really loves to throw the tough names at me, but he will be their lead back, decent speed. At fullback, Jacob Smith. And then SFA player, I think the only SFA player on this team is Kenny Garrison. He came in with Tamir Lovelace. He did not transfer away. They got Jarvis Lester, Nick Smart in the slot, and that's kind of where it completely falls off a cliff. They have two decent options. Very speedy guy here for Jarvis Lester. And that's kind of this team's problem. Almost no depth and very few upper-level stars. At tight end, we got Newton and Stephen Foster. So this is a team that may want to run two tight end sets. They have, looks like, two quality tight ends. And then the line, A.O. Berry, a left tackle. This is a bad offensive line for a Power 5 team, and it gets worse because their best one, Justin Jackson, is down with a foot fracture for the year. So we're going to have to see who takes over for him on the right side, and that will be a matchup to watch on the or in the trenches. On defensive end, they got 68 overall freshman here on one side, and the junior Dante Garcia on the other, and in the middle, Dan Powers and Andrew Jones. So this might be a spot where Coach Pizza Time wants to get better almost immediately. This is a very weak defensive line. And at linebacker, Robert Hicks, Justin Bowser in the middle, and Tavarius Johnson right side. The linebackers are a little bit better. And a very bad corner class here as well. Highest is a 71 from J.J. Jackson. Man, this could get out of hand. This team may have been blown out by Charlotte last week. And you got Michael Coe, a freshman redshirt here at safety. And the kicker is a 69 overall freshman, Eric Miller. And he's 70 and 69 there. And yeah, there's Texas Tech. Let's go take a look at North Texas and Coach D-Sleep. If he's watching the rosters, man, he is licking his chops. As this is a team that might be geared to make a run at the Conference USA Championship, as he has Tony Martin, the redshirt senior at quarterback, SFA player Taquan Twiggs, only a 79, but every time he's on stream, man, he makes big plays. And at wide receiver, Austin Smith, Ryan Parrish, he was the transfer. He got in the transfer portal, I believe, from Cincinnati a couple of years ago. J.J. Robertson. At tight end, SFA player Shannon American in his senior year, former San Diego State Aztec. And the offensive line, Michael Madsen, Schroeder. In the middle, this is an SFA reject, Don Dapton. And on the right side, you got Cabral, and then another reject in Bayer Sellers. And on defensive end, Ryan Johnson. On the other side, the freshman Desi Masood. We'll see if he's the one who takes on the backup right tackle for Texas Tech. And in the middle, Javon Ohio, SFA player, and Kevin Brown. In the middle, Eric, Jermaine Hodges, and SFA player Shea Dickerson. And corners are pretty weak for this side as well, so we could see Kenny Garrison kind of take over this game. And at safety, you got Matt Kidd, and then the transfer from USC, very helpful in the secondary, the redshirt sophomore Jason Brock. And their kicker is a sophomore, Danny Jackson. He has good power, well, mediocre power, and very bad accuracy. So we'll see how that kind of impacts the game today. All right, so I haven't simmed any games yet, so I'm not going to have to, I don't have to hide the screen here as we go over. But we got to find find it. And I don't know if Texas Tech or D-Sleep are here right now. If they're here, do you guys want different uniforms? No, it's only Mike and Yui with me. All right, so we're going to go base uniforms here. 75 versus 70 overall. This was a very shocking matchup pick for me. I thought we were going to go to Missouri and Western Kentucky. But this is going to be fun seeing, this is kind of the purpose of Watch Party, seeing teams that you don't normally see. So we're going to check out the Red Raiders for the first time in a while with their new head coach. And I am going to skip all the intros to try and avoid getting the UI glitch like we had for last week's game. So we'll just skip right to the coin toss. And there we go. We're at Apogee Stadium. We've been here a couple of times. And here we go. It's going to be Texas Tech with the ball first. They're on the road. They're in the all whites. And we got the mean green in both end zones. Here we go. Week 2 in Season 14 is on its way. North Texas 1-0. Texas Tech 0-1. As Concepcion comes out, and Kenny Garrison, bottom of your screen. So the Dread on Dread connection, is this a little Legion of Dread minor league of sorts? As you've got Josh Concepcion running it here with the option to start the game. Remember, he does have some decent speed. So, I mean, despite the bad roster, I definitely could see a scenario where the Concepcion to Kenny Garrison connection could take over this game as he throws it his way. First play, or first throw of the game, Kenny Garrison for 19. It's just as I called it out. Remember, this is a pretty weak secondary. They only really have Jason Brock in the secondary. And we're going to get a booth review here already. So some ref ball in the first play. Did Kenny catch it? I think that's good in college. Maybe not on Sundays, but I think he got that foot down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It stands. Count the play. Move the chains. Here we go. All right, we are at the 50. Empty set here for Concepcion. And he does a draw, surprisingly. All right, 2nd and 7 now. They've got split backs here. Kenny Garrison at the bottom of your screen. Playing pretty far off. And no pass rush to speak of. So they're holding up here as we get a beautiful throw to Nick Smart. It's another first down for Texas Tech. A very impressive opening drive here. And I did not think when we came into this week that they would not be rushing the passer. So Nick Smart, again, a quick one. That offensive line holding up pretty well against Ohio and Massoud. Only 3 down linemen. Once again, empty set. 4 receivers on the short side. They're going to throw it yet again. Floating this one out. Another wide open man as Blake King steps out. Is going to be 3rd down. But Concepcion starts out perfect. He's 4 for 4. 3rd and 1. It's going to be a QB draw, and he gets the first down. First and 10, threatening the red zone here on a pretty big for opening drive, especially on the road. Silences crowd, and down he goes. Concepcion couldn't pitch the ball. Eric Brown, the second DT option. Or is he? No, I think he's the linebacker. So at the 26 now, going backwards a little bit. 2nd and 14. It's going to be quick read option and a broken tackle. That was Jason Brock getting juked out of his shoes. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Josh Concepcion puts together a masterful opening possession. 7-0 Red Raiders. He puts the transfer in the spin, or in the in the washing machine, I guess, and jukes him out, and they take the lead. All right, all right, well, that game is out. Remember, don't spoil any games you see get spoiled by a studio update. I was not expecting a Texas Tech touchdown that early. That was wild. All right, here we go. Taquan Twiggs gets his first carry of Watch Party, and he gets about 3. This guy can house call it anytime, anywhere. All right, and here's that Wildcat they love running with Twiggs, and that goes nowhere. Looks like Texas Tech has been watching some film, man. This is a surprising start. All Red Raiders thus far. I think the real question on offense is, can Shannon American elevate his game? He came in as a underclassman at tight end, and they're throwing it to him here, and just miscommunication off the mark. And that's going to be a 3-and-out for North Texas. Oh, boy. Here we go. So North Texas, a team that oftentimes plays very well on these game day streams, starting out in pretty poor fashion here. Texas Tech, a nice return here. Finds room outside. Quentin Richards gets about 14. So we're about halfway through this first quarter. Texas Tech has the ball back around midfield. Concepcion coming back. What do they have for drive number 2? Plenty of time in the pocket. There's Kenny Garrison, his second catch of the day. That goes for 14. Dreads are such a great thing to have on the star players because they're so easy to pick out. I don't have to look at numbers. I just look at the hair. First and 10. It's going to be a counter play here. Hal Miller up the gut. He goes down to Jason, that's Jason Brock. His first carry of the day, and he was actually very quick there. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Red Raiders. I might be drinking the Texas Tech juice. Buy that stock. Obviously, no more buying stock right now this week for these guys. We get a nice little screen pass working. Kenny Garrison getting involved here. All right, Concepcion, he gets hit as he throws, and it's intercepted but out of bounds. Josh Brock trying to make up for the last touchdown. And we're going to get QB power. He finds room outside, and he almost breaks away. Look at Concepcion already on the season. He has proven he is dangerous. All right, 3rd and 6 now inside the red zone. Can North Texas get off the field here? Man in motion. Concepcion to the end zone. Back in. They're calling him out. 4th down. Are they going to review it? No, they are not. So out comes the field goal team. It's going to be a 35-yarder from right hash. I think North Texas might have got away with one there. And they missed the field goal. The first stream miss of the season. And Texas Tech can't make it a 2-score game. So go from potentially being up 14-0 to being carried out of bounds and missing a field goal. Oh, boy. And this is, it's not just talent that shapes a bottom feeder roster. It's things like that. The inability to take the points or do the simple things. So North Texas here, handing it off again. There goes Taekwon Twiggs. They get their first down of the day. All right. Martin, plenty of time here in the pocket, and he's going to find his open man. That's Smith. Maybe got a piece of the face mask there, but the refs are keeping the flag in the pocket. That dig route took all the time in the world to develop, and the offensive line did it. And that's what happens when you get 3 SFA rejects signed in one season for the O-line. Remember that entire right side, besides the right guard this year, but the center and the right tackle are rejects. So Martin, more time again. They pick up the blitz. He gets it to American, and that's going to go for 0 yards. Like I said on the first drive, D-Sleep is really hoping to get some production out of American this season. He was a prized recruit at one point. Been pretty disappointing in his North Texas tenure. So 2nd and 10 here for Martin. Once again, plenty of time. Floating out to American. He gets about 3. The Red Raiders covering everything deep. They have to take the underneath. So 3rd and 7 here on the opposing 45. Probably 2 down territory at this point. 3rd and 7. Plenty of time. Rolls right. He hit as he throws. And J.J. Robertson brings it in, but he's going to be short. So decision time for D-Sleep, and they're bringing out the punt team. Probably needed a couple more yards there to get aggressive. Remember, it's early on. You want to avoid these heavy momentum shifters, especially with punts like that. That was a laser. We'll see where the ref marks it. But if they can pin him back, that will be that was a great kick. So they pin him right at the 15. So no return inside the 20. That's exactly what you want. A long field here for the Red Raiders. They're going to audible here. Garrison, bottom of your screen. Delayed give to Hal Miller. He tries to find the outside. He breaks one, goes down. Corner getting in on the run defense. You love to see that. Second and 8 now. 4 wide. Delay give once again. Hal Miller. He breaks away up the gut. Jason Brock once again first there, but not able to bring him down. So some early tackling struggles, especially from Jason Brock, the transfer from USC. 1st and 10, handoff. Hal Miller once again finding a hole and another first down. Been not very impressed with this North Texas defense thus far. The Red Raiders are gashing them. They're having their way. As they're going to run it again, and finally somebody gets a stop there. Nice stop. Only about 3 for Concepcion. So this first quarter winding down. It's been all Red Raiders here today thus far. And blitzing, they gets it off. Kenny Garrison brings it down in traffic, but it's going to be a 3rd and short. This might be the last play of the first quarter. They're coming back out in shotgun, but you got to watch the run. They are going to throw it. And to the outside, another first down. This time it's Blake King. Just no pass rush to speak of thus far in this game. Concepcion, 80% completion through the air. D-Sleep's going to have a lot of things to fix here in the second quarter. And they're going to get this play off, last play of the quarter. And they're yamming mid-range and somehow fits it in there to Garrison again. Like I said at the start, man, this feels like a game where that Garrison-Concepcion connection could wreak havoc. He's already up to 66 yards here in the first quarter. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Flip the field inside the red zone. Texas Tech attempt number 2 at taking a multiple score lead. It's going to be a screen pass this time. It shakes up and broken tackle brought down by Brock. Jacob Luke, the fullback, I believe, trying to get in there. Second and 7 now. Safety coming down. Loading the box a little bit. Motion, triple option. He does not decide to pitch it. Keeps it himself. Gets about 4. Missed opportunity there, I believe. 3rd and 3 now. Another chance for North Texas to get off the field here on defense. That left side looks wide open. And they're just going to throw a bubble screen, and he's hit as he catches it. Incomplete. Great pursuit there from the corner and closing speed. And they're going for it here again. Oh, boy. Big call here from Coach Pizza Time. 4th and 3 here. Not wanting to settle for the field goal. Plenty of time. Dumps that off, and they call it a first down. Nick Smart converts. That was a big opportunity for North Texas, and they squandered it. Can they get another goal line stand here? Empty yet again. QB draw, and he pushes forward, and Brock pushes him back. At the 4 now. Hand off the gut. Hal Miller reversing field, and he can't do anything. 3rd and goal. Can Texas Tech punch it in for their second score of the half? Hand off, out wide, and he's going to be short. North Texas does it again. Shea Dickerson, the senior leader on this team. Big time stop. So now they bring out the field goal unit, this time from left hash. This one's a 21-yarder. They missed a 35-yarder a little bit earlier. And this one is good. All right, so can North Texas mount a drive here? The defense has, frankly, been Swiss cheese, but they've gotten the stops when it mattered on the last couple of drives, keeping this game within reach. Could have easily been 21-0 at this point. Tony Martin. He's yamming it deep here, taking a shot. Open man, that's Austin Smith. He gets the foot in. A big-time throw from Tony Martin, attacking this weak corners. What do they have? When you see a number 94 that deep down the field, you know you have a mismatch. So already now inside the 40. Under center. Dumps that off. Shannon American already his third catch of the day, but you'd like a little bit more than 2.3 yards a catch. 2nd and 6. 2 tight ends in. Right side, heavy run package. No, they're going to throw it here and go to American again, who gets a broken tackle. All right, Shannon American having a decent first half. This is by far the best drive already for North Texas on the day. They fake it. Martin over the middle, finds his man, and down inside the 5. What a response here from the Mean Green. Tony Martin picking it up, 8 for 9 to start. Great game brewing here. So 1st and goal, the big nasties on both sides, offset eye. Martin, he's going to throw it. Dumps that off to Twiggs, and they lose 4. What are you doing? I'm not quite sure what the plan was there, D-Sleep. And they're going to fake the handoff. Broken tackle from Martin, and he still gets only about 2. So are we going to get back-to-back goal line stands from both of these defenses? 3rd and goal. I formation. Twigs. And he can't get it in. He tried to stretch it to the outside. Decision time for D-Sleep. And they're going for it. I love this call. 4th and goal. They're out empty. Tony Martin. Can they pull back within 3? Man in motion. They're going to give him the jet sweep. No! What a bad call. Turnover on downs for the Mean Green. So coming up empty, getting aggressive, but you got to put it in your best player's hands. That's what we always see. Why are you jet sweeping to your 3rd wide receiver when you could just hand it off to Twigs? So now we see Hal Miller, and he goes down. Very long field here for Texas Tech. The Red Raiders are standing on their head currently. Second and 7. Concepcion only a 3-man or 4-man rush, and missed tackle there. Nick Smart gets about 6. Can be a 3rd and 2. This would be huge for North Texas to get a 3 and out. And throwing that, there's Garrison. 1st down, Red Raiders. Leaning on your SFA players. That's what North Texas failed to do on that last drive. And Concepcion starts 13 of 16. He's having one heck of a day. So we get this bunch formation now. And finally, they got some pressure, but he stabs it. I think that was just a throwaway, but Jarvis Lester brings it out of the sky. And they get about 8. Everything going right here for Texas Tech. Probably hasn't... They haven't had this start to a game probably in about 8 years. So we're yamming it deep. The other side, almost picked by Brock. It's the 2nd time on the sideline he's almost brought it in. 3rd and 2, another chance. Watch the QB draw. He's done it already about 3 or 4 times. He's not going to do it here. 4-man rush. And dumping that off. Wide open man in the drag route. He stiffies a man. Jeff Howard for 15. The pass defense has been in shambles here today for North Texas. It's incredible that this is only a 10-0 game. Normally when it's this lopsided, we see 21, 24, 0. So we get a screen pass now. Hal Miller in space. And Brock brings him down. Brock's had some very up and down moments in this game. See if he can get a bit more consistent and settle in. He is by far the most impact player on this defense. And I'm going to call out Javon Ohio and Desi Masood. We need some more pressure. Let's bring the safety down. They're going to throw it. There's that pressure, getting him off his spot. He tries to find Garrison, and it's tipped away by Andy Watson. That's what you need to do. Hurry up, Concession. Throwing without leverage. 3rd and 13. It's going to be a screen pass to Hal Miller. Just wrap him up. There you go. Daryl Hal Miller brought down North Texas. That's their best defensive drive on the day. They're forcing a punt. Another chance here for North Texas to score before half. Remember, they do get the second half kickoff, as that one was almost dropped as he gets past the 20. So here comes Tony Martin. And this is where typically a Taquan Twigs big play happens. I'm calling it. Give it to Taquan. Let him cook. About 2 minutes left in the half. Taquan up the gut. And he gets about 8. We really haven't seen him that much so far. Only 7 carries. 2nd and 2 now. Delay give to Twigs again. He finds some room. Still on his feet. Remember, he has some decent size despite being incredibly thin. As we're in the we're under center. Thought we were in the Wildcat for a second. Another handoff here. 3 straight for Taekwon, and he reverses it field. Oh, man, that was almost beautiful. Twigs was 1 man away from the play of the week. Second and 2 now. Split back set up around the 50. It's going to be quick option. They get it to Twigs. There he goes. First down, North Texas. The Mean Green settling in. They got to get a score here. Hurrying up. Martin by himself in the backfield. Twigs up in the slot. He has playing time. He's jamming this one deep. 2-on-1, and it's incomplete. J.J. Jackson, the top corner, deflecting that one. Not enough arm on that one. Second and 10 now. And floating it and out of bounds. So immediately now this drive is in jeopardy. 3rd and 10. No third down conversions yet today here. Tony, he has some time and dumps that off. Twigs breaks, but nothing. In a timeout call by Texas Tech, they think they can get another score here, and the punt unit comes on out. So stalling out again around midfield. And they're not going to be able to pin them deep here. So 40 seconds, 2 timeouts for pizza time in Texas Tech. See if they can add to their lead here. And Hal Miller breaking tackles. All right, 2nd and 7. Clock is still ticking. They're just going to hand it off again. They get a big play, though. A lot of room up the seam. There goes Hal Miller up to the mid-yard line, right at the 50. So now 15 seconds left, 1 timeout, couple of yams to the end zone, maybe a chance to get in field goal range. 4-man rush, throwing it to Kenny, and it's almost picked. Dropped by Rich Page. 11 seconds left, maybe 2 or 3 plays here, depending on if they get out of bounds. You got to think, oh no, safeties are coming down. Look at all these guys in the box. They get to him in early, and no. Timeout here. So 3rd and 4, just a yam to the end zone here. It's Concepcion, he has some time, and he throws that short, trying to get a bit closer. Interesting play there. Definitely way too far for a field goal. And it's 4th and inches. So see if we can get a Hail Mary here. North Texas obviously gave up that one against SMU last year. He yams it deep to end the half, and it's tipped away as we head to halftime with the score 10-0 for Texas Tech. A comedy of errors there for North Texas, just unable to get the offense rolling, and but they're at this point extremely lucky to be down only 10-0. They got that initial touchdown, yes. Then they missed a field goal after probably should have been a touchdown, and then the turnover on downs inside the 5 as well, or they had to settle for the field goal after being inside the 5, and then obviously this one, that play was just terrible. This has been a great game, and we've seen a lot of. We've only had 2 streams. We had 1 high scoring, 1 low scoring. This one seems to be another low scoring game. I don't know whether I predict or I was expecting a low scoring or not. I just didn't expect this from North Texas. And by watching a team we really haven't seen really ever in the NCAA 14 era in Texas Tech. This is a kind of a breath of fresh air, a brand new team. You know, on paper they look bad, but all it takes is a few stars, make a couple of plays, and you're up 10-0 at halftime. So here we go, North Texas getting the ball first at home. The home fans still have nothing to cheer for yet. This is a team that's probably favored to win the division after all. All right, yamming it deep. First play and a wow. That is quite the overthrow there from Tony Martin. A lot of adrenaline there from after halftime. Not synced with his offense. I don't know what the case was there, but taking a shot right out of halftime. You got to give your guy a chance at least. So 2nd and 10 here. Bring a blitz. It's picked up and it tipped away. Almost picked. That's Justin Bowser in the middle. Third and 10. American in motion. Corner blitz is picked up. He's floating it out wide open, man. Austin Smith gets the feet down. This is a man who was wide receiver 4, I believe, last year. Now he's wide receiver 1. And he makes a massive play there. Keeps the drive alive. A 3 and out there would have been disastrous for D-Sleep. But definitely interesting. 3 plays, no carries for Taekwon. And they're not going to give it to him again. As Martin's going to keep it here. He finds some room to the outside. He's still going, and he falls forward for 9. Very slow, but hey, he got the job done. We're at the 45 here. And quick option. Not quite sure that's the move on 2nd and short. As they go backwards, Dante Garcia getting involved. Remember, this is a very weak defensive line. I don't think you need to get tricky. I think you just run it down their throat. As we got 3rd and 4 here. North Texas, he's taken off again. This time he's sacked. Drive killed George Holmes, the freshman edge rusher. Tried to step up, find some room. Brought down. So Tech is going to get the ball back here. Will this be our first upset of week 2? As this one is going to go out of the back of the end zone. Had a chance here. We've seen some promise from this punter. That's probably not what you want to hear as a North Texas fan. The bright spot being the punter. As quick throw here to start the drive for Tech. Jeff Howard gets another catch. I'm really liking this offense. Josh Concepcion has really played well as we get little trips left, and they're going to audible it here to a Kenny Garrison to the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 4. Pressing. Concepcion, plenty of time. Yams that one. It is picked off! North Texas gets the play they needed. That was the mistake. Threw it into coverage, trying to find Kenny Garrison. Rich Page doesn't let this one go through his hands. Is that going to be the momentum shifter that wakes up the Mean Green? They've been the friendly green thus far. Or I guess more they've been more like the Kelly Green, been more like the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs rather than the Mean Green we know from last season. 2nd and 6 now. Under center, handoff. It's a little counter play. Taekwon. Got to see if they can get those legs turning. It's only averaging 4 a carry, only been given it 12 times. And they got to fix that third down, man. 1 for 6, not good. It's 3rd and 3, what's the call? Give me a throw. Martin's going to take off again. Can he get there? He breaks a tackle but slips. 4th down. You got to think they're going to go for it. They're bringing out the field goal unit for a 45-yarder from right hash to pull within 3 or 7. Oh, that's a big kick. And it's good. I wasn't thinking he had that leg, that 73 power, but man, he cleared that with ease. All right, 10-3 now. So you capitalize, you get 3 back. It's a 1-score game. Anything can happen now. Probably would have liked it to be a touchdown, but I mean Texas Tech, man, they, like I've said, they've some big mistakes here. They've dominated this game this far, and they only find themselves with a 1-score lead. You got to be able to finish games, close out teams, extend leads, take the points. They've been unable to do that thus far. But they have been able to move the ball, so we'll see if they can do it this drive. Safety coming down. They're pressing. And throwing this one deep open, man! Attacking the coverage. Jarvis Lester for 41. That's just a product of a good play call on a bad on a bad defensive play call, man. Just not enough defenders down deep. Safety had to choose, and he picked the wrong one. 1st and 10. Handoff up the gut. Hal Miller. And he gets about 6. Texas Tech immediately back in scoring territory here. They're 1 of 2 in that missed field goal from 35 yards. Handoff again. No, Concepcion keeps it. He has some room. He gets a first. He bounces off a tackle and gets 8. Pistol Pete is loving it. The off-brand Pistol Pete. 1st and goal now. Back in the shotgun. Kenny Garrison, bottom of your screen. Jason Brock all the way over there. There are 5 guys on that side. They're going to hand it off here, going back to the jet sweep. This time he gets 3. Got to see if North Texas can they get a stop again here. Goal line formations from the 4. A toss out left. There's Hal Miller. Can he get the edge? He does. Touchdown, Texas Tech. They extend the lead to 14. Pistol Pete is loving it. He found the edge. He couldn't quite tackle him. And that's what great speed will do for you. All right, 17-3 here for A&M. So Texas Tech, they throw the pick, give up 3, but then they respond with a touchdown. Net positive. We've got about 12 minutes left here in the game. They've got to come up with something big here. Big plays. They got to get the momentum back. The home crowd is silent. The few fans here that traveled from Lubbock, I believe it is, they're taking over the crowd. So 2nd and 9 here. Tony Martin fakes it. And he goes over the middle. He finds his man. A big hit, but Washington hangs on his first catch of the day. Tony Martin, man, he can sling the rock. But this offense, they just haven't been able to put together a drive today. 2 tight ends on the field. Stacking the line here. Going back to shotgun after an audible. Decent protection. Martin takes off, though, and he goes down. Feel like in the second half in particular, Martin's been a little bit quick to take off. Not sure what's going on in his head. So we're out empty. They bring a blitz. It's picked up. He slings it open, man, over the middle. First down, and they're back in business. J.J. Robinson brings in his third. That corner blitz. Little slant route. Wide open. Inside the 35 now, a delayed give to take one, and he stumbles down and he loses one. Not the best day for Twigs. Trips over the center, loses a yard. Been that kind of day here for North Texas as we're out empty. See if they can get a big play here. Adjustments at the line. QB draw here for Tony Martin, and he gets 4. Now, personally, I think you're in 2-down territory from here. I don't think you can settle for another field goal. Martin dumps that off. Can they get there? He does! J.J. Robinson jukes one guy out a little bit. Bad pursuit and falls forward. That is a massive play to extend the drive. Finally being able to get that third down. Taquan falls forward for about 5. I just felt a little jolt in the stadium, and that third down conversion may have woken him up a little bit. Nice individual effort there from Robinson. Now once again, here we are empty. Taken off again here. Martin up the gut. He gets 1. He powers through 2 men. Gets 6. Here comes the Mean Green inside the 15. Can they pull back within a score? Under center, 2 tight ends. Twigs, power left. Can he find the... Oh, what a move from Twigs! Touchdown, North Texas! He bobbed and weaved and found the pylon. Touchdown, Mean Green! Look at this move. Whoop! Oh my God, juked him out of his shoes. We got a ball game, folks. Taquan Twigs, man, always makes a play. He's just waited a little bit today, but we got a good game brewing. All right, what is going to happen here? So, Texas A&M, or Texas Tech, sorry. Definitely not playing like A&M. Dumps that one off. There's Hal Miller, and he gets stopped a bit short. Feel like A&M, or not A&M, it's Tech, TTU. Tech, they've... very impressive. They just need to keep doing what they've been doing all day. 2nd and 2 here. They're going to throw it again. Dumping that one off. Another first down. (24-32) today for Josh Concepcion. Quick option to the short side. There goes Concepcion. He finds some room, and Brock pushes him out. Gain of 4. Second and 6 now. Empty. No QB draw this time, and he floats that one, and it's dropped. Dropped by Jarvis. That was a wide open first down, right through the hands. He tried to turn it upfield before he could corral it. That could be massive. 3rd and 6 now. Concepcion He's jamming it deep down the left side. One-on-one. Tipped away by Rich Page. 4th down as we head to the 4th quarter. The Mean Green are hanging in there. 17-10 on the home turf. Can they find a way? They're holding up the 4s. Here we go, folks. We're going to start out with a punt. Gearing up for a return here. Nice blocking. He finds some room. Almost breaks that tackle. Gets about 12. So about 8.5 minutes left here. The tides are turning a little bit more. The pendulum swaying a bit more towards the Mean Green now. Can they capitalize? Can they tie this game up? They've not led once today. Counter play to Twigs. He finds a way to make it positive. Second and 4 now. Handoff, Twigs up the gut, and he's going to be marked a bit short. So can North Texas convert here? They're going to throw it, and they find American in the flat. They're really trusting Shannon American today with those underneath flat throws. 6th reception, only 20 yards. I guess that's his role today. But it worked there. First down. So we're under 8 minutes here. On their own 39. Martin, he has some time here. He's yamming it deep down the sideline to nobody. Maybe a miscommunication, or maybe he's just throwing it away there. 2nd and 10 now. That power to the right side looks juicy. Give it to Twigs. No, man in motion. They're going left. Oh, wait. He faked everybody out. He does end up going right. 5 yards. Twigs with a nice second half. Quickly above 80 yards. 3rd and 5 here. Martin. He has time. He's going to step up and is going to be short. So decision time here for D-Sleep now. And they're going for it. They were 0-1 in the first half on 4th down. Can they do it again? 4th and 4 from their own 45. Martin. He has time. On the run. It is going to be short. Turnover on downs again. Oh boy. So Texas Tech takes over now. Can they capitalize? Open man. There's Kenny Garrison, his first catch of the second half. As we approach the 6-minute mark here in the 4th quarter, Texas Tech will probably start trying to take some time off the clock. Try to shorten this game, close it out. We're in split backs now. Conception, he's going to take off. There he goes. He turns upfield and slides right under Jason Brock. North Texas has to find a way to keep this at 1 score. 2nd and 6. Almost nobody on that defensive line. Not sure what we're doing there. Over the middle, and he hangs on. First down, Chris Newton. Split back sets. Hand off, and they give it to the backup running back, Jacob Luke. He gets about 6. So we're under 6 minutes now. Clock continues to run. Second and 4. Concepcion over the middle. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Nick Smart over the middle. Re-extends the lead to 2 scores. Boom. All right, so now down 2 scores. You got to have it here, North Texas. Can they avoid disaster? Luckily, this isn't a conference game, but this would be after a very big win over the SEC last week. This would be a big letdown, not beating Texas Tech. If you look at their first 2 weeks on the schedule, you would have been okay being 1-1, but you would expect the win to come from Texas Tech. So, see, they can put together a late game masterpiece. 2nd and 8 here. Martin, handoff. There's Twiggs. He finds some room. And Ryan Parrish gets about 13. Martin on the run. He gets sacked again. This time for 9. George Holmes again, the freshman edge rusher. Right on buyer seller's dome. Right past the reject. You're a reject for a reason, bucko. 2nd and 19. Things are starting to crumble here for the home team, the Mean Green. You got to get a play. This one's going nowhere. 3rd and 19 inbound as we approach 4 minutes left. Texas Tech fans can feel it. Their first win of the pizza time era is in sight. And a sack again. Down goes North Texas. 4th and 26. Fred Good. So they're bringing out the punt unit here. See if they can get some magic. No fumble. So now Texas Tech, a few first downs will end it. Texas Tech, their first ever game day in SFA history on the NCAA 14 era. Can they come away with a road victory over an in-state rival? This definitely has some recruiting ramifications, you'd think. Hand off, Hal Miller up the gut. He gets one there. Couple more first downs will do it. Coach Pizza Time, he can taste it. Hand off, Hal Miller again. There he goes. Breaks through Jason Brock. First down, Texas Tech. The timeouts continue to come out from the Mean Green, but they mean nothing. Down 2 scores. You got to force a turnover. Garrison, bottom of your screen. They're going to hand it off again. Hal Miller up the gut. He gets 5. D-Sleep talking to the team. Looks like he's lost a bit more hair than usual today. 2nd and 5. Concepcion keeps it. He finds some room. He stretches forward, and they mark him short. So 3rd and inches upcoming. First down surely ends it here. Only 40% on the day from 3rd down, but that don't matter. Delayed give, Hal Miller, and he goes down. Finally, Javon Ohio makes a play. We've not seen him at all today. But is it a bit too late? They're going to go for it here. They don't want to just kick a field goal, give it back to North Texas. They want to just end the game here to put the game away for pizza time. We're 17 seconds early. My bad. Almost got him to jump there. 4th and 4. Concepcion over the middle. Open man. That's Luke inside the 5. He's still trucking. Oh, the North Texas Eagle. He can't believe it. 1st and goal. Victory formation here for pizza time. Takes over Texas Tech. Loses his starting right tackle for the year. And it doesn't matter. He waltzes into North Texas and comes away with a 2-score, wire-to-wire, convincing victory over the Mean Green. What a win here as we hit triple zeros. Texas Tech outlast North Texas 24-10 in a bit of a shocker here to start week 2 of the SFA. Unbelievable game. Josh Concepcion had this game on a string. He only had one mistake today. And North Texas just could never really get the offense clicking. All right, so before we head out of here, we want to look at the stats. What a game, guys. D-Sleep, I am sorry. I see that you're here now. My apologies. Just, they never could seem to get it going. And the defense, man, was just not playing that well. But like I was saying, I think North Texas, if you look at the schedule, they would have been happy with 1-1. It's just, you know, getting a close win over Kentucky, the expectations then raised to 2-0, and nothing happened. All right, let's take a look at the stats here.
I'm absolutely trying to keep that in context of, yeah, 1-1 is exactly what I was hoping for at this point, but it just is frustrating because you're exactly right. I expected to be 0-1 after week 1 and get this one, and so I was like, ooh, 2-0, we're going, we got it. And pizza time beat us.
Yeah, Tony Martin, man, I mean, he made some plays, couple bad throws, and then obviously he ran a bit too much. Just the offense never really made it good. I mean, Jason Brock, he was up and down all day. I don't know. Leading tackles. Javon Ohio didn't show up. Rich Page could have had 3 picks. No turnovers outside the 1 pick. And then looking at Pete's time, I mean, Josh Concepcion, the junior, he played very well despite, you know, only 1 TD, 1 interception. And rushing the ball, Hal Miller did his thing, averaging 7 a carry. And Kenny Garrison had a big day. I mean, they were just always open. And on defense, I mean, they really played well. And it started with all the tackles for loss and quite a few sacks here, getting 3 of them. No turnovers, but they didn't need them. And the deflections. So that's going to end it. I can't show players of the game as don't want to spoil it for you guys, but like spoil more games. But yeah, that's Watch Party. So we'll see you on Sunday morning.